Hi. Hello, good evening. Hello, hi. It's Thursday? Thursday? Happy Peacemaker Thursday. I should be watching the new episode, but Ha ha ha. No totally legal sites have it yet. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. So hi. Oh god. Oh, I'm dying inside. Hi. Good evening. Hi. I'm playing Eternal Darkness for the first time in forever. Because god damn is it a good game, but I've never actually sat down and like played it. That's right, I've never played it. I've just seen 1,000,000,002 people fucking experience it and go, man, I really wish I had a CRT again. Then when any time that it fucks with me, I'd be like, is that my actual TV? And now I'll just be like, oh. It'll still get me at least once, but hi everyone, hi, good evening. Oh, I'm dying inside, and all I see are demons. But hi Asian, congrats on first. Hello Jazza, hello Mirific. Hi Ikorum, hi Finn, hi. Yes, the darkness, it do be eternal. Oh, just like the feeling of Night Dive has been trying to port this, but Nintendo won't let them. I'm not shocked. Honestly, not shocked. I was shocked at the time when it came out that Nintendo was approving an M-rated game for the GameCube. Like, I legitimately at the time was like, what the fuck do you mean the GameCube's getting an M-rated game? It's a horror game. It's not fucking like Silent Hill or something Capcom oriented. But hi. Hello, Draconic. Welcome in. So, alas now, if anyone has watched episode 7 of Peacemaker, shut up. But also for the next 2 weeks, I only get this show for 2 more episodes, so please understand that my hyperfixation for the past couple weeks will be gone soon, and I will experience what is referred to as seasonal depression, TV related. The season's over, and I am depressed. Come next Thursday. My plan, essentially, is the second that I'm done streaming tonight, scour the internet for a totally legal copy to stream, and then sit here like a fucking kid kicking my feeties. Because I've already seen the trailer for next week's episode, because of course I pop up Twitter before I go live to say, hey, I'm going live, and that's right there. The algorithm's like, hey, fuckface, look at it. So that's gonna be neat. That's gonna be a fun thing. Also, I've been eating healthy. Not to say that my diet's never been like terribly fucking horrendous, but I just have broccoli in my kitchen, and I've just been making sauteed broccoli as like an entire meal. Like a whole fucking crown of broccoli, salt and pepper. That's it. And honestly, you think, wow, that sounds boring as shit, but no, it's yummy little trees. That, and I've gotten back into just buying fucking English muffins to make egg and bacon and cheese little breakfast sandwiches, and I swear to God, that's like the best fucking thing in the universe. Though I haven't bought in paper towel in months now, actually, I think about it. So all the bacon grease just absorbs into the English muffin, and oh God, is it good. I'm hungry. What I'm trying to say is I haven't eaten yet today. Well, that's not entirely true. I had like a small bowl of popcorn while I was perusing the internet a few hours ago, but that don't mean shit. That stuff just burns up in my intestines the second it hits the pH off balance of the stomach acid. Sips caffeinated beverage to continue throwing off the pH in my internal system. But I don't know how long it's gonna take me to play Eternal Darkness. I might play it tonight and then finish it up tomorrow. I might sit here all fucking night long. Hi, old man Windbreaker. Welcome and thank you for 3 FOMO streak. Very based. So yeah, I might just, because I've been having this trend of just starting a video game and then playing it until we're done, and then going, what happened? What happened? I could have made this like a couple day thing. And instead I just go, no, we're beating it. But I think mainly that's because it's been David Cage games, and I don't want to actually have to continue a David Cage game. I'd rather just be over it. Which is going to be difficult when Omicron finally gets here, which is I'm probably going to start that middle of the month. Because the true horror is the psychological attack that game's going to bring me and my psyche. So we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm also considering doing another entire day where I play Simpsons Hit and Run, because that last level is Halloween related, so that counts, right? Right? Yeah. The true horror is cuckoldry. The cuck is David Cage. Man, he's just got that weird thing where he just, all women are whores. But also, you need to take over the body. Okay, so if you don't know, the first real mission within Omicron is that the story is basically you, the player of the video game. Your soul's pulled out of your body and put into some fucking, like, interdimensional time policeman. Like, he pops up, the interdimensional time policeman pops up on your screen and says, hey, I need you to help me. You're gonna take my body. I think his soul dies at that point. Either you forcefully take over his body and push his soul so far down that it's like Black Mirror, when they can just see out the eyes, or like he dies. I forget the exact. I don't want to remember a lot of Omicron, basically. But yeah, your first task is to soul transfer into an interdimensional time cop, and then you have to find this guy's apartment. The second you walk into the apartment, his girlfriend or wife, I forget the relation, but either way, woman appears. Woman goes, oh, so-and-so, you're back. I haven't seen you in so long. And then you fuck. Which raises a bunch of morale questions that I'm not going to touch until we get there. And then I'm just going to go, oh, god damn it, David Cage, you fucking weirdo. Why? Why was this the part of the video game you had to front and center right off the hop? Still, won't be as funny as the quick time event sex scene that we got out of Indigo Prophecy, set to Theory of a Dead Man music. I don't actually think there could be a funnier thing that David Cage will ever put out. That's not like funny cringe. Didn't this happen in that Wonder Man movie everyone hated or something? Wonder Man or Wonder Woman 1984, I think is what you're referring to, and I have no idea about that movie. All I know is that Pedro Pasquale is he doesn't have a mustache in it. If I think that's the actor that plays the villain, like, I honestly have no idea. I watched Batman vs Superman in the theater, and I walked out of that going, Jesus Christ. And then, for some fucking reason, I gave Justice League a shot. And post-Justice League, I went, when did Suicide Squad, the movie, when did that come out? 2016. I think that was the last time I seen anything DCU related. Oh, I forgot that it was called DCEU for the extended universe, so it wasn't just a MCU direct ripoff. Yeah, basically, Wonder Woman lover / memory comrade for World War I returns into the body of some random man in the 1980s. Is that what happens? Is that Wish related? Actually, don't even tell me. Don't even tell me. All that shit's dead in the ground now. It is funny though. It was Gal Gadot that was playing Wonder Woman in those movies. It's funny to go back and watch every time she popped in. Oh, that's not true. I watched The Flash, but I watched The Flash to fucking laugh at it. And I pirated that. So the last time I went and spent money and went to a theater to watch a DCEU movie was Suicide Squad back in 2016. And I actively hated that. Which sucks too, because that was at the exact same time that my at-the-time partner was clearly cheating on me. And we went on a double date. And I'm not going to get any further in that, but I forgot The Flash happened. It did. Wait, then when did... Hold on. Thus was Justice... Yeah, that happened the year after. Oh, okay, that's right, that's right. Okay, so Justice League was the last one that I watched in theater. Jared Leto has ruined all of our lives directly. Oh, don't worry, Jazza. Don't worry, Jazza. You still get to see, Tron. You get to see the new Tron where he's in Tron. Aren't you excited for Tron in the real world? Aren't you guys excited for Jared Leto to be the main actor in a Tron movie where Tron, for some reason they have Tron in the real world and not just in the computer, which makes the most sense. Because Tron's about being digitized into a computer. I don't get why they're doing this, but whatever. You think I'm seeing that shit? Oh, Jazza, I'll be watching it, just I ain't paying for it. And yeah, definitely the fact that it's a Nine Inch Nails backed fucking OST makes me go, well, I'll at least listen to new Trent Reznor. I think I only watched Man of Steel in theaters. I missed Batman vs Superman theatrical run while traveling, for better or for worse, and read all the reviews before it released on home video. Yeah, you're bad. Unless you were going there strictly to mock it, which I wasn't. I was like, oh boy, the funny thing. And then just the longer I was in that theater, the more just like actively depressed and annoyed I got. God damn. Finding out that there's a scene in that movie where Batman hits Superman over the head with a sink, I always thought was weird the way it was shot, and then only recently I found out that that was actually a giant brick of foam. Instead of what, you know, they typically would make a breakaway sink or something, like they'd make an actual prop, they made just a big brick of foam that broke in the center, and then that was completely fucking CG. And I went, Jesus Christ, how much money did you guys blow on a CGI sink when you could have literally just made a practical fucking sink that just breaks away over his head? I'm pretty sure Henry Cavill could take the most fake-ass little sink prop. Dude's kind of tough. It makes enough sense within universe. The digitizer thing can turn people into programs. It could be hand-waved as being able to analogize programs too. Yeah, but like they're pulling in real light cycles and making the light cycles still work fundamentally as light cycles do, but in the real world, which none of it makes sense. Even if you can do it, why the fuck would you take the cool digitized world of Tron and then just take the characters out and go, you're in the real world now? No one gives a shit about the real world. The real world sucks. That's why we watch fantasy-ass movies. Doesn't Tron Legacy end that way? I have no fucking clue. I never watched Tron Legacy. Hi, Rathlos. Hi, Nito. Oh shit, it's a wild Canadian elf. It's coming right for us. Come here. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna strangle you. I'm gonna shake you like that one cat gif and then throw you into the goddamn wall. How much CGI money did they use to cover up his mustache? I think 20 million last I checked. Let's see. 25 million to digitally remove Henry Cavill's mustache for Justice League. They spent $25 million to digitize away Henry Cavill's mustache because Because no, Nito, he couldn't. So the whole thing. Also, hi Muggy, hi Tasty, welcome in. So real quick, Josh Whedon's a dumb piece of shit. We'll put that front ahead of everything. So Warner Brothers pulled Zack Snyder from Justice League and went, Zack, no one's liking your dark tone anymore. We're X amount of movies in, and no one likes your dark tone of the superhero movies. So we're gonna take newly released guy Josh Whedon from Marvel, and we're just gonna make a Marvel movie with DC characters. So Josh Whedon takes over for directing of the Justice League movie halfway through. Most of Henry Cavill's stuff's been shot by this point. So they ask him, hey man, you gotta come back, we got reshoots. And he's like, I'm working on a different fucking movie right now. I'm working on Mission Impossible. I need to keep this mustache. Okay, don't worry. We got a plan. And instead of, hear me out, because Josh Whedon's trying to make it tongue-in-cheek and quippy, which that movie was terrible because it was trying really hard to be a quippy Marvel movie. Instead of having Superman show up with the mustache and having the little kids go, where do you get that mustache? And then Superman going, oh, it was the new look. I thought I'd try it out. No, it looks weird. And then making Superman go, oh. They instead make the most horrendous looking CGI that I've ever fucking seen. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. I present you a real fucking image, although crusty. A real image of his face if you forget or have never seen it. There it is. There it is. They spent $25 million to remove his fucking mustache, instead of making the most easy, actually potentially funny joke. Rathos, thank you for your 15 FOMO streak. Enjoy your yummy points. You got the CGI face going on. Good old Josh Sexpect Sweden. Put some proper disrespect on that name. I mean, yeah, the Son of Mask actually looks better in comparison than this. But yeah, they blew $25 million to make his face look like that, instead of doing the easiest approach, which would be to just make a joke of it. It wasn't for every scene, but like, Samurai Pizza Cats, yes. I'm very happy about Samurai Pizza Cats. I'm very excited about that. That looks neat. And I'm not shocked that there's going to be toys. I actually, at this point, if you're going to do a revival of an IP, you're expected that you're making toys and collectibles for the people who grew up on it. Come on. It's like people still being confused about Fortnite's popularity. Fortnite's popular because the people who have the money are the people my fucking age. Well, we don't got a lot of money anymore. Let's not talk about the economy, but in grandiose, little kids aren't fucking excited for the Power Rangers collab. Little kids weren't excited for the fucking anything DC oriented. It's old fucks like me who are like, oh, fuck yeah, Lord Zed skin? I finally changed the skin on Fortnite. I've been playing Vegeta since literally the Dragon Ball collab first started. Now I'm Lord Zed with the funny laugh. Will I change back to Vegeta at some point? Yeah, probably, because like it's still my hyper autistic favorite character, but still, Lord fucking Zed in all his no flesh, exposed muscle glory. Freezer is the best racist. You just want to walk around and go, monkeys, and then point at all the Saiyans. I see you. I know what you're about. See? I see you. I know what you're about. Jesus Christ. Ah, the great teacher. That makes sense. I said, thank you, Muggy. Thank you, Muggy, for 10 FOMO streak. I'm not going to repeat that Michael Jordan quote. I almost said Michael Jackson. I almost did. Japan heavily involved too, so I think that's greasing the wheels a lot. Yes, yes. Samurai Pizza Cat's revival. Give me. Now that wasn't a thing I was watching actively when I was a wee little guy. Instead, I seen that later in life, and not even all of it. Maybe when it's closer to its release, I'll sit down and watch the entirety of it. God, does anyone remember hearing that disturbing Power Rangers fanfic of Lord Zed discovering torture? No. Actually, I never read any fanfics of Western IPs. It was always anime related stuff. God, the amount of Inuyasha fanfics alone that I have both read and written. I never heard of Pizza Cats before. It's fun. The bad bird figure is the first real action figure of him. They only had little statues back in the day. Samurai Pizza Cats was like Ghost Stories. They tossed the script and even announced it in the theme song. Yeah, they didn't have anything for that. They were just like, fuck it. Which, I mean, Ghost Stories was actively people walking in and not giving a shit. Samurai Pizza Cats was people walking in and going, let's just make it goofy. Now, some would argue, what do you mean? Ghost Stories is goofy. And I will say that's a very dated version of goofy, if you're going to keep using the R word. And then that one joke about the cat being black. It's very dated. The big cheese is a fox, but fuck it, he's a rat now. So there's this Power Rangers fanfic of Lord Zed discovering torture via Earth television, where he kidnaps the Pink Ranger and tortures her with extreme detail. It's like shock writing. Oh, it's like the album covers to the extreme metal bands that I'll listen to every once in a while, where the girl's hooked up to electrodes. Well, not electrodes, car batteries. Gotcha. I'm good. Was watching a whole episode of Ghost Stories dub with a Halloween watch-along. Holy fuck, that would never fly nowadays. You say that. But the newest episodes of South Park have been actively using the R word and the F slur, so, I mean, you could probably get away with it today. I wouldn't be hear me out. I wouldn't be shocked. No, it's really bad. No, you don't understand. You don't understand. It's been so long that people, and I'm not saying anyone here, but in general, people might find it refreshing that they're going back to that kind of humor. Touch me harder. Oh, that line's burned into my brain for some reason. South Park runs by their own rules. Yeah, it's funny to watch people say South Park's either they're too centrist or they're too liberal. And I'm sitting here going, everyone's a target. In South Park, everyone's a target if it's relevant to the time. Like a lot of South Park post, I want to say the first 4 seasons, all that stuff is so relevant to the exact month it was happening that you can't really ultimately say it's a liberal show. It's just making fun of whatever the big topic thing was literally that week. Now, Matt and Trey have both said that they don't like the first couple seasons because they themselves would just blank it out. And other people are like, no, it's the history. And I'm sitting here going, I'm just shocked they got past 2 seasons. I mean, to be perfectly frank, I'm shocked that it got the popularity it did. And I'm happy it did, because holy fuck, when that first season of South Park hit, it was everywhere. There was fucking, they had Cartman anywhere on television you could put him. Even fucking the oddball thing of having WWE, well, WWF at the time, have dudes walk out with like either South Park t-shirts or a Cartman plush. Someone clipped the mom part from the episode. Of course they did. Rathalos, you could probably just look up every single clip of that show organically. Just off YouTube alone. You have no idea in terms of how the pacing is, but... or the order the episode should be in. I gotta watch the whole season. You don't gotta.
Dear Ketchero, well, I'm sure this is incredibly inappropriate. I mean, you'll probably be only 4 or 5 by the time that nurse spirit finally gets this to you. It's not like the afterlife has any FedEx office or anything. I'm leaving strict instructions for this letter to be left out for you, but with my luck, this being county and all, they'll probably bury it with me. I would like to give you some words of wisdom or comfort or some heartfelt mojo. But I'm so strung out on methadone right now, I'm doing good just holding my pen. Oh, before I forget, let me get down to business. Me and my mom have really pissed off some ghosts and spirits in our time, and well, sorry to break it to you, but they'll probably be coming to kill you. Hope Satsuki finds that diary. Can't remember where I put the damn thing. I'm so high.
I'm so high.
Oh, but I did leave you a photo album. Look at what I was wearing. Oh, horrible. I mean, even after I married your father, I still dressed like a dyke. Hope I didn't put that pink suit picture in here. Oh, God damn it. Oh, and your father always thinks it's so cute to cross his eyes in pictures. See, look, he did it there. But for all his flaws, I really did love the guy. And the hot, sweaty, wall-slamming sex we used to have, wow! And I have to say, I really enjoyed being you kids' mother.
Being you kids'
At least I
mother.
think I did. Nurse is increasing the drip and I'm losing it. I'd love to give you some more family ties moments, but that's not me. Tough love, baby. That's just how I roll.
Yeah. See, that's never getting like anything official. I think there is a re-release of it that's just cleaned up. But like, yeah, that's one of those moments in time that's never happening again. Now, hear me out. I could see someone trying to revive Drawn Together. I cannot see someone try to revive Ghost Stories, mainly because Ghost Stories was simply just an already planned out anime that the translators just went, I don't give a shit about any of this. Oh yeah. But it's been so long, Rathalos, that the people that grew up on Drawn Together have this weird, sick fascination with it. And that new audience, because of the political climate, would probably just latch onto it instantly. Adam Carolla would jump at the opportunity to be Spanky Ham in an instant. Are you kidding me? Please remind me not of Drawn Together. What do you mean? Don't you adore Seth MacFarlane as Israel Bot from the movie? That movie was so bad. That movie was so fucking bad. Oh, God. And the funniest part, I've talked about this 4 times on stream now that I think about it. The funniest part is literally that movie's one big long, why do you guys like Family Guy and South Park and not us? Is Foxy Love appropriate in this day and age? What, you don't like a black woman on TV? Huh? See, I can spin that real quick if you want me to. And if anything, you should have been talking about the princess being a complete racist. I think that, well, also that's probably what most American audiences would deem appropriate nowadays. So, I mean, Listen, Drawn Together, the show is okay. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. Oh, Nito, it's okay? Oh, it's just fine?
I got Ling Ling's test results back.
It's okay.
He has suffered a mild concussion. The best thing for him now is to get some rest. In bed? Works every time.
Spanky, this is all your fault.
What have I done? No.
It's not Spanky's fault Ling Ling was injured. There is a simple biological reason why he can't drive no good. Observe! This helmet simulates the way Asians see the world. Step in.
Waldor, this is some retarded racist crap. Asians don't see the world any differently than we do. Wakasawa.
Is that why you got your name, Nito? Is that why you got your name, Nito? Because you like drawn together? Huh? This is Titus. Titus the comedian? Hiya, corn syrup. I retract what I said. Yeah, don't you come into my court trying to say shit, because I will pull up some fucking unknown clip or some really known clip that everyone forgot and then just go No, but as someone who grew up on Drawn Together, because it came out when I was a teenager and I was just allowed to watch anything, also I got my name because it rhymed. Well, obviously I would. Yeah, no. I just knew that the line was stated as such, and I needed to take that opportunity just to do the funny comparison. Listen, the bit happened. I knew where to pull the bit from. We're gonna
Domain expansion. Immaculate crack rock.
Yeah. I'm always
Domain
surprised that the movie
expansion,
plot made to
Immaculate
release
crack
because
rock.
it was like the most bitch-made looking move possible. Hey, they got funds for it, and they were someone was hoping that it would be okay. I can't believe Tara Strong would say something racist. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. Next, you're gonna tell me that. Oh, I can't say any of that. What's a very obvious... Next, you're gonna tell me that I will be playing a video game in a little bit. Impossible. No, I just sit here and yap for hours and hours. That's a lie. Oh, by the way, I moved out 3 weeks ago, and my desk is now humongous and very nice. Yippee! Congratulations. Racist Twilight Sparkle? Neat. Oh, wasn't it? What was it? The guy who plays Beast Boy and everything is also gone fucking mentally insane. And he's trying to cure his Parkinson's with homeopathic methods, but he's also going a little nutso. And I kind of hope the guy finds mental health. But I don't think that's happening. The moment I learned that Twilight was written by a Mormon lady, it made some of the weird racisty parts make more sense. Even more so, that it's toward native characters from a Mormon. Yeah. Waves hands. You will play Dwarf Fortress. I will not play Dwarf Fortress today. It is Spooky Month. And in Spooky Month, we play things that are spooky. Like Omicron. Mormon Jesus, banana, 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 banana. Stop. Mormon time. Now, ow now, brown cow. Now. We haven't started Omicron yet. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a gap from the last one. Spooky, yes, Terminator. It's okay though. Also related to Spooky Month, there's new art in the Discord. So if you want to see Elf Bulge, don't look at it. There. Hate to say it, but the VA for Beast Boy getting sick is the reason Teen Titans Go has stopped. Just saying. Well, he was getting sick and they were working through it, but he was also actively saying a bunch of insane shit on his social medias. So, like... He kind of got himself fired and then is retroactively blaming the disease. he kind of shot himself in the foot and then said, "Ow, why did you give me that gun?" Also, hi Frog. You gonna play Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition? Is this where Bud says that he's only played Silent Hill 4 The Room? Is this where I finally admit that I've only played Silent Hill 4 The Room? Huh. Yeah, so the plan is... Yeah, and I didn't even beat Silent Hill 4 The Room. I want to make that clear, too. So the plan is that a no? Hi, Goblin. That's, I have things that I'm downloading that I'll later play, and then we'll go from there. Teen Titans 2013 to 2026. Ugh. Teen Titans Go isn't that bad, and it's not made for you. Teen Titans Go is made for kids. But even when you sit and watch, you'll go, okay, no, there are, like, direct fucking references to people like me. There is a direct fucking, like, Jason Todd reference where there's just a crowbar in a scene. So, like, it's fine. It's not great, but, like, even original Teen Titans wasn't great. It was good. I mean, I'm making so many people mad off stuff they haven't seen in at least a decade. Listen, I'm fine with them being a thing, but I never expected it to be totally... I didn't expect it to blow up in the same level like Batman the Animated Series or The Adventures of Superman or something like that. Silent Hill is Kino, though sometimes for 3.5 games. And so I hear +1 reason. What the fuck's that sentence mean? Listen, I'll touch a couple Silent Hill games finally. But, like, I don't care about the foreskins that the man lost and his crippling addiction to wanting to fuck nurses. Speak English or get banned. Goblin, you're a goblin. You can't say that. Yeah, just play 1 to 3 and then F. No other Silent Hill games exist. I've been hearing so many people shit on F. And yeah, I'd rather play 4. I'd rather play 4 mainly because people hate 4, and I will sit here and make people get upset because it's funny to me. It's funny to me. There were summers where it was playing from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day. Well, yeah, but that's because Cartoon Network stopped a long time ago actually wanting to be a company that made new shows and instead just regurgitated stuff. Because they are dumb and need a YouTuber to explain the plot to them. So give them a month. I mean, fair. Again, I never cared about Silent Hill. I never gave a shit about Silent Hill. So, like, all of it and everyone's hyperfixation on it, like, just phases me completely. Goes straight through me like a ghost, and I go, yeah, okay. But there's Resident Evil over here, and the zombies are actually scary. Instead, everyone shows me the horror that is Silent Hill, and I just see Pyramid Head butt fucking something in a room. And I go, that's not scary, that's goofy. Silent Hill 4 The Room, starring Tommy Wiseau. Oh, I'm locked in my apartment. Mark, help. There's so many locks and I don't have the keys. The only thing I've heard about Silent Hill F is that combat takes a lot of the luster of the horror away. Yeah, because you can actually fight in the game instead of walking around like this feeble deer that's scared of its own shadow. The only thing I've been hearing about... I just literally read that. You want to actually piss people off, play Origins or something. No, Downpour. Downpour. I'm just not all that into psychological horror too much every once in a while, yeah. But
Domain expansion.
much
Immaculate
more,
crack
and I
rock.
just roll my eyes. Well, guess what? Guess what? We're playing Eternal Darkness tonight, which is, at some level, psychological horror against the player. Because it'll start fucking with my TV settings if I had a CRT. I remember the era when the new CEO came and replaced all the cartoons on Cartoon Network with live-action slappa. The beginning of the end. You can carry multiple TVs in your pants. In my pants or in the character's pants? You get Korn song with Downpour, a single Korn song. And it goes... God, live action Cartoon Network was dire. Well, don't worry about it. It's all dead now. Cartoon Network's dead now. You don't have to worry about that. Everything of your childhood is dead in the dirt, stomped down the drain. You're never coming back. You don't have to worry about any of this anymore. Childhood, out the window. Anything fun, out the window. Anything fun that you enjoyed has been shot and sold. Stripped and piece by piece traded off for nothing of real value. I remember watching Orlean stream Silent Hill 2. He was fighting Pyramid Head like a boss fight, and midway through the fight he just walks off. Like you can just run off the timer. That's a big fucking bad. He just walks away if you waste his time. Probably character pants. You could carry multiple TVs in your actual pants and some powerful pants. Yeah, Jankos. Tumbling down, further and further down the white waters. That's where a log driver learns to step lightly. Ooh, Canadian propaganda in my head again. Psychological horror is good shit. Horror slop is completely overrated and not funny or entertaining. I'm putting my foot down. I think everyone's allowed to like whatever crap they like, even if I don't like it. Because at the end of the day, if everyone liked the exact same thing, shit would get boring. That's like saying that you're not allowed to have any other emotion than happiness. I hate people who are like, you should be happy all the time. No, feel sad. Feel sad every once in a while. Because you know what's great? Is when you compare that depressed feeling that you had at one point to the good feeling, and you're like, man, life can get better. I can enjoy an ice cream and a soda. George Lowe's death and the Venture Brothers canceled. It's legit over. Well, yeah, but also Cartoon Network literally is just done as a company. Like, it's gone. It's not that those two things mean that it's over. It means the actual company's gone. It's gone. It's sold. Even if it comes back, it'll be a shell of a shell of a shell of its former self. It's done now. All we can expect is something new to come along to attempt to capture the mystique of what once was. It'd be nice if that happy ever came around. Eat cheese. Cheese is like heroin. It'll give you the dopamine rush. Feel sad, grieve, get mad, yell. But also take notice when you can feel happy again. Life is a roller coaster, yeah. Life goes up, life goes down. Life goes up, life goes down. I'm just excited for... What am I excited for again? Oh yeah.
Domain expansion.
New Superman movie. New Superman movie in like 2 years. Yeah, did they say 2 years? Yeah. I'm a little perturbed at the fact that the Robert Pattinson Batman movie is not coming out until October 1st of 2027. When they said that shit was going to come out, like, I think this year? Initially? And then Gunn came in and he's like, whoa. But I swear to God, if they keep saying Robert Pattinson's going to be the Batman of this new Gunn DCU, I'm gonna just lose it. I want Pattinson's Batman to be the realistic in his own little universe, and then the brave and the bold one that Gunn wants, I want him to literally be 45. I want a 40-year-old Batman at minimum, because he has Damian. We've already confirmed Damian. Nightwing's already just in this universe. I don't have to do what I've done for 25 fucking years of watching Batman-related stuff. No, longer than that. Fucking basically the totality of my life. I don't have to see Batman origin story, Robin origin story. No, we get straight to like, this is the 4th or 5th fucking Robin. Batman's already been ingrained. We can have every other story happen. That's great. Because you know what we've never gotten with Batman properly? Him already having a fleshed out universe. Everything's always been building blocks up into a certain point and then it's dashed away. And then to go back to it. And then you get the ending of Flash, which was supposed to kick off Flashpoint. And you have George fucking Clooney, of all people, being there as Batman, replacing Ben Affleck. And I swear to God, that was the dumbest fucking thing to do. Because no one understood it. You had like a small pocket of the audience go, holy shit, they pulled him back for this as a cameo. And then everyone else going, why was George Clooney at the end of the Flash movie? Is he going to be the new Batman? And no one fucking got it. Because no one gives a shit about callbacks to things that are fucking dead. Deader than dirt. And then I remember that Marvel's whole fucking Spider-Man thing was bringing back 2 dead fucking series just to make a 3rd Spider-Man movie that people would watch. Fuck, if they don't make him a miserable prick in the new one, I swear. If Disney has the balls to make Tom Holland an angry asshole in the new one, like as Spider-Man, he can be Spider-Man. Quippy and happy, but as Peter Parker, he should be a miserable prick because he has no family, no friends, and he's gonna actively watch MJ probably be in a relationship with someone else. He should be a fucking asshole, and I think that'd be great. Give me an actual depressed man whose only, like, good moments of his day is putting on fucking spandex. That'd be nice. But no, they're just gonna correct it all. I already see, they're gonna correct it all in one movie. I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye. Shalom, how's it going? I'm not paying the rent. They wanted it for October, I bet, but couldn't get it ready till November. No, Muggy. The original script was thrown out because James was like, I'm using a bunch of this. So they had to have Matt Reeves go through James to confirm a bunch of stuff so that there wouldn't be overlap of the 2 universes. And so he had to rewrite the entire script. That's why they're pushing it all back. Also, James Gunn doesn't want to have Batman, 2 different Batmans dropping the same year. Because, again, I say this for the billionth time, the masses are dumb and they don't understand. Most people can't really realize that there's going to be 2 different active ongoing universes. Even now, after like 7 different public announcements of Robert Pattinson Batman's his own universe, and the DCU is its own thing with its own Batman. They're separate. People are still going, oh man, it's going to be great when we see David's Superman and Robert's Batman team up. And it's like, no, they're never going to interact. So I propose that James Gunn does the funniest fucking thing ever. And he allows Robert Pattinson to play Robert Pattinson's favorite Batman villain. And he casts him as the Condiment King. Hi, Dad. Thank you for interrupting my... I'm going to start just removing every redeem soon. James Gunn got Trauma Entertainment to explain multiverses. That's how dumb the masses are. Oh. That's true. Alright, Newt Soup, maybe Brainiac. Yeah, no, they want, who was the guy that they were gonna cast Brainiac as? I forget. Well, no, it was fan casting. I really wish we'd stop doing origin stories in superhero movies. If you don't know Spider-Man or Batman, why are you watching it? Because, Rathalos, live action entertainment like that is not made for you or I who enjoy the IP. It's... how do I say this bluntly? Just like how anime is just an ad for the original source material, live action renditions of comic book characters are so people that will never pick up a comic will interact with the medium. The reason why people like The Dark Knight is because The Dark Knight is an action movie with a coat of comic book spandex. Like all three Nolan movies are just action movies with a coat of spandex over them. I'll give Heath Ledger credit. He was a really good Joker for the take that they were going. But Christian Bale's Batman's fucking god-awful. And everyone who goes, that's my Batman, that's the best Batman, has never read a fucking Batman comic. There's no way in fuck that Bruce fucking Wayne would treat the Batman persona as a persona, and by the end of it go, I'm too tired, I don't want to do this anymore. No! An actual Bruce Wayne will die in the fucking suit, or get to the point where Batman Beyond, where he gets so fucking old that he's like, I just can't do this anymore, and almost have a heart attack. Not be 40 and go, you know what? No, he was like 35 by the end of that. It would be 35 at most and go, you know what? I'm done being this Batman character. I'm going to go into Europe and tour. And then not tell Alfred. Like, that whole third movie just makes me fucking sour on a lot of that. Just read my autobiography, where you don't even get the spandex part. Thank you for the 10 bitalis to make that no explode. These redeems are my stems that give me life. Yeah, well, give me a second. Give me a second to scream about my crap, and then you can do it. It's for the perpetual amnesic normies who remember when Heath Ledger was killed. What? I never ever got to it, and people like the Bale Batman either, because it was so Bale Batman was post Joel Schumacher Batman, where Joel Schumacher was treating it strictly as just as cartoon. He didn't even care about anything previous to that. He was told, try to keep it in the same gothic style, but you can go a little bit more lighthearted, because when Batman Returns came out, they gave Tim Burton full control. That changed the overall tone, because the original 89 Batman was a dark Batman movie, but it wasn't that dark. There were some pretty fucked up scenes that were tense, and there's that chilling moment where the Joker gets like the surgery done to him and he's like, the mirror, and that moment's kind of scary, but like at no point throughout the whole movie do you ever go, oh god, that's terrifying. You go, that's a little spooky. But once Warner Brothers gave Tim Burton the go-ahead to just make your movie, you've got so much mature stuff in that, and it's more character driven than it is action oriented. But Warner Brothers didn't check any of this, and then they made a bunch of deals with McDonald's, and there was kids toys for McDonald's, and then you have 5-year-olds going to that and fucking crying and screaming in the theater because the Penguin bites the motherfucker's nose off, or Batman straight up kills a dude with the jet engine of his car. Also, let's not forget Christopher Walken getting electrocuted to death by the end of it. That there's a lot of that movie that should never have been shown to kids, because Tim Burton's a fucking weirdo that needs to be controlled. Just like how some directors kind of do need producers to rein them in. Burton definitely was one of those guys who needed a producer to come in and go, hey, we can't go this dark. We can't go that far. So they grabbed Schumacher, and Schumacher went, oh, I know what Batman is. And he instantly thought of Adam West. And so he just was like, Val Kilmer, we're going to play it like Adam West. They still had some of the lingering dark tones, like the way Gotham looked, and the translation to the original Bruce falling into the cave and freaking out because of the bats. No, I'd say 89's still the best one. Batman Returns is neat, and it's got some good characters, but when it comes to like an actual Batman story, it's more fucking sappy and melodramatic than it needs to be. Batman's a fucking psychopath that is joyful running around and like beating people's heads in. He doesn't need to sit. I don't like the brooding Batman anymore. I never really liked it. But holy fuck, do I want the beacon of hope again. That is Adam West Batman. I want Joker to throw sneezing powder on Batman and Batman going, "Ha, too bad, fuckface. I took my allergy meds today." And then he punches him in the face. Where Batman Returns brings some nice character depth into some characters. That's not Penguin. That's not Cobblepot. That's some weird mutant. The real Oswald Cobblepot is the mirror image of Bruce Wayne if his family wasn't a bunch of actual, attempting to be good people. The Cobblepots and the Waynes go back centuries as two rich families in Gotham that bicker and fight. And by that I mean, the Waynes did what they did, and the Cobblepots went, "Fuck you, we hate you, fuck you, we hate you, fuck you, we hate you." Because every Batman villain in his mainline rogues gallery is supposed to be a reflection of Bruce in a different way, in a negative way. But just to make Cobblepot some weird fucking mutant in the sewer detracts from the original. They could have just made an original fucking character. Because Cobblepot's whole MO is, I'm rich too. I'm just gangster rich. That's why I appreciate Colin Farrell's. I really appreciate Colin Farrell's Cobblepot. Because you just pick that guy up and throw him in The Sopranos and he works really well. A little too well at some levels. But man, I don't want fucking mutant hand little fucking waddle guy. Like, why the fuck does he have any of the tech? It doesn't make sense. And I know it's comics, it doesn't need to make that much sense, but give it a little bit of consistency. He lives in the sewers and yet he's able to amass an entire army of circus people while in the sewer. What? Huh? At least if you would have told me, at least if Tim Burton would have said, no, these are the people who used to work with Joker that were lost and Cobblepot found them and then had them side with him, at least that'd make a little sense. But no, it was literally just, yeah, they're circus people, he's a freak too, just go with the story. God, you got me, you guys got me picking apart this stuff again. Streamer, you're hyper autistic. The complaints about DC's happening again. I know. But yeah. Oh, that's my original point. Oh yeah. People liked Nolan Batman because it was the exact opposite of what the last few Batmans were, which was, man, Batman Forever with Val Kilmer is strange. And then you just jump into Clooney's Batman. I mean, at least Mr. Freeze was funny. At least Arnold played the best Mr. Freeze ever because he knew he was hamming it up. Sad we didn't get Danny DeVito Penguin in Arnold Mr. Freeze in the same movie. That would have been great. That would have been a treat. But yeah, you get these overly cartoony but trying to still kind of be gothic Batman where I think Batman and Robin. Yeah, Batman and Robin's the key point that I can show anyone and go, this is trying to be Adam West but forced to still keep the stylistic tone that 89 started. They should have just made it a brand new thing. They should have just made Batman Forever and Batman and Robin a brand new thing. Now talk about Tommy Lee Jones wanting to murder Jim Carrey. Tommy Lee Jones's Two-Face was terrible casting. It was terrible casting. He hated it. He hated it so much. The whole time. And then, yes, he hated the fact that Jim Carrey was enjoying the role, while even Tommy Lee Jones' Two-Face is way too good. Like, all of them had to just look at the Jack Nicholson Joker. Like, they were all pulled into the Warner Brothers meeting room and went, okay, so see this guy? See Jack Nicholson? You're gonna act like this guy. Don't even think about Batman Returns. That movie never happened. Don't worry about it. Just look directly at Jack Nicholson. There you go. They were going to make Batman Triumphant, where we would have had Scarecrow and Harley Quinn. And Harley Quinn was supposed to be Jack Napier's daughter. Yeah, and I'm glad that didn't happen, because that's stupid. I'm upset that we didn't get, God, who the fuck was it? Lando Calrissian. He was Harvey Dent in the original one. They were going to make him Two-Face. And that's why he plays Two-Face in the Lego Batman, as an homage to the what could have been. What could have been. Is it like how Aliens and RoboCop went? Aiming to drag down a younger audience? So that's the thing. Batman was never supposed to be mature. So where Aliens and RoboCop went the route of, oh fuck, kids are liking this stuff, let's aim towards it. Batman was supposed to be for kids because it's a comic book. Batman is, like Superman, is for kids. It's a comic book. But then Tim Burton, being a fucking weirdo, not being controlled during Batman Returns, went, no, I need to make this dark and adult-oriented. Which then killed so many brand deals. Because they had, no one remembers, but they had fucking Batman doing like Dr. Pepper commercials and shit. They had Michael Keaton dressed up as Batman in front of a Dr. Pepper machine, pulling a fucking soda out going, yum. Like, no, but I hate to say it as bluntly as I do, but like, I like a mature Batman, but if your entire thing is making a live action thing, you know kids are gonna see it. I know Gunn has the understanding that all his mainline movies are going to be aimed at kids. Everyone can watch it, but they're mainly going to be aimed at kids. We can have, it was Diet Coke, thank you. I just vaguely remember the can. We got Peacemaker for the people who want a gritty, more mature, like actual superhero thing, which is good. But if you're taking the titular characters that have been around for almost 100 fucking years now, kids are gonna want to see that. I don't want to have a 40-year-old Batman swearing and wanting to almost murder people. I want him to be a beacon of hope, like how Superman's a beacon of hope. You can still do dark and mysterious, but I don't want him breaking people in half and fucking relishing over the violence. Because at the end of the day, Batman should be a character who doesn't want any of the villains to continue being villains. That's why he brings them to Arkham in the hopes that they'll get rehabilitated and get the actual mental psychiatric care they need. Like, fuck. He hates that Waylon Jones is treated poorly all the time because of what most of the time is a terrible skin condition or a mutation. But everybody else goes, oh man, I want Killer Croc to eat people and then Batman to kill him. And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? The fuck's wrong with you? James Gunn knew that shit when he made Scooby-Doo. Now, Nito, you don't know. James Gunn initially wanted Scooby-Doo live-action movies to be rated R, and someone walked up to him and said, that's fucking moronic. I was going to use much stronger language with that. But Family Guy did the best clip. this is the most you can take the whole Scooby-Doo rated R. This is the farthest you can take this bit.
We now return to the Scooby-Doo murder files.
Gee whiz, gang. Looks like the killer gutted the victim, strangled him with his own intestines, and then dumped the body in the river.
Jinkies, what a mystery.
You're right, Scoob. We're dealing with one sick son of a bitch.
That's the most you can really take that whole bit for. Do you think a rated R Scooby-Doo would work further than that? No, because Venture Bros is doing like a complete riff of it. Venture Bros is not doing Scooby-Doo. They're doing a riff of Scooby-Doo, a parody of Scooby-Doo that is R. You can't do actual Scooby-Doo as rated R. That 16-second clip is the farthest you can go with that joke without it falling in upon itself and then just being a terrible parody of itself. Venture Bros did it funny, but you can't take that as a serious adaptation. You take that as a parody. To do an actual rated R Scooby-Doo would be miserable 5 minutes in. What are you gonna have? You're just gonna either make it a porno, which is gonna be bad, or you're gonna make it a gore fest, which is gonna be bad, or you're gonna make the dog a fucking demon, and it turns out that Scooby-Doo is the actual evil horror at the end of it. Those are your three main paths you can really take. So someone correctly walked up to James Gunn and went, no, just make it for kids and make 1 or 2 jokes for adults because the show's been around for so long. But Scooby-Doo is for kids. No. The Velma show does not count because the Velma show was made by a writer who hated the idea of the characters, and literally it's one of those moments where if you just remove the IP branding and said it's a different thing, it probably could have had its own legs to stand on. But it's the fact that they went, I can take this IP, get attention because it's the IP, and then write a completely different show. I don't want to get that long into the Velma show thing because at the end of the day, I don't count that as Scooby-Doo at all. I count that as a miserable attempt at garnishing attention, bastardizing an IP. That's about it. Hi, Iris. Welcome in. You're just in time to hear me scream about DC and other things of the past. Also, yes, Rathlos, I will play this. The funny Diet Coke ad with Michael Keaton. Velma show with Santa Inc. Sloppa we tossed in the abyss. Oh, don't even remind me of Santa Inc. That was another miserable fucking thing, and a reminder why we should bring
we seem to be
Seth
down to
Rogen
our
out into
last
the street and beat him.
Coke. A gentleman is on his way to pick some up. Just look for
Alfred,
a black
that
car.
was your job.
No, this black car will be rather difficult to miss. And by the way, the gentleman is usually in quite a rush.
Just for the taste of it.
This isn't even the one I remember. No, okay, Batman. Here it is. This one. This is the one I'm remembering. He just runs up to a Diet Coke machine.
When you want a Diet Coke, you want a Diet Coke. After all, there's just one. Diet Coke. Just for the taste.
Yeah. Whoa. No. All 89 commercials and TV ads? All Batman 89 commercials and TV ads? And Sarah Silverman, don't let her off the hook. Yeah, drag her out into the street too and beat her.
And now you can bring all the action of Batman home with
Dogwater
the
Cinema,
action
DC?
figures and more. Each item sold separately from Sharon Toy.
Batman. Now you can bring his battle against crime home.
I wonder how many of these toys I've had.
Yeah, but I only missed once. You can't
doesn't
escape
look up
Joker.
in the right
Just watch
direction.
if you can. You won't be alone
I mean,
for
no one
long.
paid attention.
Meanwhile,
It was just a
back
commercial
in the
for a Diet
Batcave.
Coke.
No criminal can hide from Batman.
But yeah, you can see how the first one, they're definitely clearly marketing it for kids with all this tie-in and products.
Battle against crime never ends. And now you can bring the action
And the Beetlejuice toys. I had a RoboCop toy.
Yeah, but I only
I had a
missed once.
RoboCop toy. And I don't mean from the third movie, which was aimed to be a PG-13
alone for long.
cinematic experience. I had a RoboCop toy from the second one. All these fuckers knew kids were watching media, or that the parents didn't give a shit.
The adventure continues. Now with Batman, the cereal.
Yeah, Batman the cereal.
Nothing can stop him from bringing it to you. It's here. A smashing taste. A honey nut flavored part of your complete breakfast. Batman cereal.
There's definitely someone who has like 7 boxes of those sitting on a shelf, thinking that they're going to be worth a lot of money. Oh, fuck the RPMs!
Racing their Batman RPMs through death-defying stunts. Only the winner will survive.
Bullseye for Batman. Black Eye for Joker.
Batman RPMs from Tonka.
Good old Taco Bell commercial.
At Taco Bell. He's Batman. And Taco Bell's got him.
God, remember when you could get cool
Just
things?
buy a 32-ounce drink and your cup refills and new cinnamon twists are
The
all
Ripcord
free.
era of cards?
Tell them to drive.
Yeah, cards, yeah.
Or just drop by today to collect your free
I'm going to
Batman
become
cups.
Le Joker.
Only at Taco
French?
Bell.
You're gonna become French? Taco Bell had all the promotions back in the day. Still, the best one was the, Oh, they're using the Prince music in this. Batman. The best was, Batman Forever.
The video game.
And then we got the, hey, I have that in the other room, in the NES. The like the actual glasses from, McDonald's. I had like basically the whole set.
Let the battle.
Yeah, I had the whole set. God, I'm so mad that I don't have those anymore. But I think the Two-Face one where the handle was the coin flipping, that was so good. Joker! Oh, they had way better box art. What the fuck?
Tiger puts arcade action in the palm of your hand. Games like Batman. Choose your weapons in this 4-level game of action as you jump from rooftop to rooftop, trying to get through 6 vicious henchmen to get the Joker. But can you defeat him to win? Also available, Tiger's Batman wrist game for the time of your life.
Tiger Electronic wrist game. Oh my god.
Tiger LCD video game.
It's got like 6 frames at most, and you love that shit.
Alguien ha llegado a la ciudad y tiene por
Everything
ellos
had a Tiger game
los
back in the day.
Pepsi-vasos con Batman.
Whoa, what do you mean, Pepsi? This is a Diet Coke drink. Batman's a Diet Coke drinker.
Buscará por aire. No se detendrán de nada hasta atrapar la colección.
I'll say, way more repurposed shots, just recolored.
Donde veas la señal. Como Batman, Pepsi es lo de hoy.
Gotham City. It's not a pretty town, so what? It's not a pretty story.
Pepsi is a treat. Diet Coke every day. Fair.
8 feet wide, 21 feet long.
Fucking boat.
Metallic, massive, sleek, super technology, and it's been stolen. Who's got the guts to steal?
What was that
Batman's
editing just there? Hold on, let's go back.
Metallic,
This fucking zoomer editing where it's like the foreshadowing meme. It's like the foreshadowing meme where like someone's gonna get hit by something or something's gonna break or something's gonna explode and it just keeps intersecting that every 5 seconds.
super technology, and it's been stolen.
It's been stolen.
Well, this reporter suspects.
The lady putting Mentos into Diet Coke bottle foreshadow. Ah, it's a good one too.
Watch MTV
I can't believe
Sunday
Pepsi
for the
Man.
MTV Bat Signal. Then,
Pepsi Man did
900
this.
number on your
Pepsi
screen.
Man versus Batman would have
One
went
of you
hard.
was going to walk away a winner. That's right, a Batmobile. Now, we've removed the engine so you don't go driving around and bust your butt, but it's still one amazing collector's item. And moi will deliver it personally to your door along with a check for $25,000. It's the perfect contest.
I want you to tell all your friends.
He was gonna say crime. He was gonna say crime, and then he cut himself off to say contest, and they couldn't be fucked to do another take.
Anyway, if you've got the cojones, we've got the car.
MTV Steal the Batmobile. Watch June 18th to win. This MTV contest sponsored by Warner Brothers and Pepsi.
And Pepsi.
Hello. Gotham
Oh, there we
Cornerstone.
go.
Yes.
I think that's enough. But yeah, no, actually.
We seem to
I'll
be
keep
down
watching.
to our last
But yeah.
diet Coke.
So you had all these brands for the first fucking movie. This is all still for '89 Batman.
No, this black car would
And
be
then
rather
and then
difficult
Burton
to
comes
miss.
along and fucks it by making it way too dark and
Gentlemen is
edgy
usually in quite a
that they couldn't sell it to kids. And so they drag Joel Schumacher in. And Joel Schumacher's only connection to Batman is that Batman is a cartoon, because it's comics and comics are cartoons. And that the only time he's interacted with Batman in media was definitely Adam West.
It's Batman. Like
So
you've
you
never
get
seen him
a
before.
really weird mix of gothic architecture and dark tones, but they just want a campy version of Batman so they could sell more toys to kids. So you get this weird mix, and then that hits its peak at Batman and Robin.
Call goes out.
The Joker's broken its
Nipples on the suits. Why was there nipples on the suits?
Batman with his bat cycle, like you've never seen him before.
Late 80s, early 90s Americana was the golden era of marketing everything like Japan does.
There's something new in Gotham City.
So you get Joel Schumacher fucking it in his ass and making everything bright and colorful, and having Batman stand in front of everyone giving the key to the city to the mayor, or the mayor giving the key to the city to Batman and shit, and it's like, this is stuff that I would expect the blue and gray Batman to be doing, not the guy who's wearing like skin-tight muscle
The
suit.
Dark Knight Collection. Tech Shield Batman and Joker sold separately. It's Batman.
My latest crime
And so there was a long time. How long was it again between the two?
Right on target. Criminals can run, but they can't.
Yeah, oh yeah, Chris O'Donnell and Val Kilmer, not that gay. Clooney and Chris O'Donnell in Batman and Robin, real gay tension.
2 rocket launchers. I've got new weapons that will stagger your imagination. A sonic neutralizer with 2 power settings.
Batman Begins was 2005. Batman and Robin was 1997. So yeah, we had like almost a decade between the two films. It's been a long time.
I'm gonna get you.
The Dark Knight Collection.
I think Batman should have Batwinor and it spins
How
as he
does a man
flies.
dressed like a bat get all the attention?
With my incredible wall scaler, Joker won't be laughing for long.
How special!
And don't forget my crime
What the hell
attack
is with this
batarang.
Joker animation?
Isn't that swell?
Now let's really stop your smile. Iron Witch into action. You're finished, Joker.
I just wanted a little attention.
The Dark Knight Collection, each sold separately. Batman, the legend lives on. It's Batman, like you've never seen him before.
Wow. Hey, Joker, a batarang surprise. Missed me, Batman.
Now, these are all the exact same ads.
Never run out of tricks. You'll need them.
Batman, the Dark Knight Collection, each sold separately.
Right now at Taco Bell, you can collect free Batman.
Yeah. Now you guys are repeating ads. Now you guys are repeating ads. Now I can click this off. Yeah. So you have. Whoa. Uh-oh. That was scary. Why did all that freeze for a second? So you have all this kid-oriented Batman stuff, and they had to hard shift when when Schumacher took over, they had to make it campier and lighter. And then there's like an 8-year gap between Batman and Robin, which did not do well. Like, I'm sure it made its money back, but like ultimately there's a reason why they stopped making Batman movies post 97 for a while. And then Nolan is like, what if we made Batman? But he was more grounded in reality, which translates to, we don't get anything fun. We just get... It was nice that he showed Ra's al Ghul in that upbringing, but the fact that he has none of his Middle Eastern ties, the fact that he's supposed to be like a 300-year-old fucking warmonger trying to take over the world, all that's kind of dashed aside to, no, he just trains people in the Himalayas. Like, that was an issue. And then at least with Ledger, he tried with the Joker really well to be the psychopath, a manipulative son of a bitch. Hi, Leah. But goddamn, is that third movie fucking awful? Is that third movie so trash? And everyone who goes, oh, it's so good, I'm sitting here going, okay, explain me how Batman gets his back broken and he's left in the Middle East in a hole, and Gotham surrounded by military with every way into Gotham completely shut off. How does Batman in one day go from broken back, crawling out of a hole in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, to walking down the street in Gotham when Gotham's supposed to be shut down and no one's getting in or out? Batman straight up being like equal to or taller than Bane always drives me nuts. Especially because Tom Hardy's a little guy. Like, the whole idea of Bane is that not only is he the massive muscle, but he's very intelligent. Bane's extremely intelligent. Bane is the end result of if Batman went, fuck it, I'm going to take every steroid known to man. And I'm going to eliminate crime in the best way I can by eliminating people. So that whole third movie Nolan made is a complete piece of shit, and the ending of Batman giving it all up so he can be Bruce Wayne makes no fucking sense to the character. With Nolan's Batman, it makes sense to his character because he doesn't really want to be Batman. He takes up the mantle, and then after the first movie goes, man, this is kind of hard. I don't like this. And then after the second movie he goes, man, this is really hard. I don't like this. And then he gets his ass beat in the third one and goes, you know what? I'm just going to quit. Whereas a real Batman would have been like, oh, fuck, I got my ass beat. Guess I have to train even fucking harder. And there's that little allude to, oh, that one guy's gonna take over as Robin, but it's never really actually looked into or expanded upon, except for that one little hint, nudge, haha, he's named Robin, haha, but like, none of that matters. Quitting to go to Bruce is like, just feels really weird decision. Yeah, it's almost like it's not really Batman, but some dude who put on a fucking costume to the equivalent of, I'm not wearing hockey pants. The Nolan Batman movies have good moments, but I count those as action movies that are trying real hard to say they're comic book movies. But they have nothing to do with Batman, post just utilizing the IP. The same fucking way that, Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie is nothing to do with the character of the Joker. And they're simply using a couple pieces of DC lore to sprinkle on that to say, oh yeah, that's totally a part of the other stuff. If you were to not say that it takes place in Gotham, and if you were to not have that one scene where he goes to Wayne Manor, If you take those two things out, you can still call him Joker. You can still call him all that, but it has nothing to do with the character, the motivation, anything like that. Also, why the fuck? Gotham has this problem. Why the fuck do you guys keep needing to give backstory and origins to characters without Batman actually being around to be the catalyst to that? Makes no fucking sense. No goddamn sense. I don't give a shit who the Joker is. All I know is the guy before getting dumped into the vat of acid was right in front of Batman. And Batman's the one who gives him the accidental push, resulting in the actual birth of a psychopath who's bent on getting back at him. A little gay, Schneipbot, little gay. Little fruity, their interaction sometimes, too. I think Nolan was trying to say Batman's body would be such a wreck after taking multiple beatings, he probably wants to stop. Yeah, a true Batman would then go, okay, time to up my game and start putting in fucking like exoskeleton bits in the suit. That's my point. Nolan was trying to take a very realistic take on a character that should not at any level be taken as a realistic take. Because if we were to actually be real about this, Batman gets killed in the first fucking week on the job. If Batman's real, he gets killed in the first fucking week of the job. There's no way in fuck that a man can actually do any of that. By a cop! Yes, Frog, by a fucking cop. Like, there's no way in fuck Batman does everything he does without getting shot, stabbed, and beaten within the first fucking week. I'll give it a month max, but the second that Batman shows up to a crime scene, cops pulling a gun on him and shooting him. You think GCPD, who are all owned by the Falcones, the actual mafia gang in Gotham, you think any of those are gonna let him walk around? Let's be 100% real. Let's go back to Batman Begins. Any of those fucking cops working for Falcone should have just killed him on the spot. Doesn't matter. Shot the shit out of him. There's no way in fuck that his realistic suit would be able to take multiple calibers of bullets. It does not matter. He would be fucking dead. So, for Nolan to be like, oh, Batman's old and his body hurts, means that he didn't give enough about the crusade that he was doing, which is self-sacrifice. Everyone forgets, Batman is a character of sacrifice. He's taking away his entire life, which was lost the moment that his parents were killed in front of him. Canonically, Bruce Wayne says, Bruce Wayne is dead the second that my parents died in front of me. And I swore vengeance on all... Oh, what? There we go. He swears vengeance on all crime at that point. That's his lifelong vendetta. I don't think someone who's that dedicated would go, owie, my back hurts. My back hurts. I'm going to stop doing this. No, the motherfucker would pump himself full of drugs and use his billions of dollars to make a better suit. It's a cop-out answer to a trilogy of movies that are trying real hard to say that they're Batman, but at the end of the day, fall very flat. Very flat. So regardless of how Nolan tries to spin it, I will forever say that's not Batman. That's a dude in a suit with a cape. Because he does no detective work. He does no investigation whatsoever into anything he does. The most he does is shoot a wall, pull a bullet out. No, that was Ben Affleck's Batman. Yeah, I don't remember a single bit where he does any investigation, any detective work. He hacks a bunch of fucking cell phones to make a sonar system. Hi, X-Rock. Hi, Raiders. Hello. What were you doing tonight? Oh, I hope PlanetSide 2 was fun. Welcome in. You caught me just in time screaming about my hyperfixation, Batman. And DC in general. And how the Nolan movies are bad. And people should understand that they are bad. But hi, hope you had a good time. If you need to rest, go rest. I know it's late. Maybe consider water or a yummy snack. How about the carbonated soda? But yeah, in a nutshell, the cop-out answer of Batman hurt his back and he doesn't want to be Batman anymore in the Nolan movies clearly states that he never gave that much of a shit, because by the end of each of those movies, he probably should have just fucking died. If Nolan wanted to do the realistic take, fuck, the end of Batman Begins, he should have died on that train, on the little tram. But no, we want to give him a nice happy send-off ending, which makes no sense to the character whatsoever. If you're dedicating your entire life to prevent crime from happening, and you still don't prevent crime from happening, and you just say, I want to quit, it's kind of a moot point. That's why I like my Batman to either die in the fucking suit or live old enough to be like, man, I gotta find a replacement. Which is why Batman Beyond, canonically in my head, should be the best representation of Batman in Bruce's entire legacy. Let that old fucker grow so old that he's about to have a heart attack, and then him go, okay, I'm done, and then someone else show up and be like, hey. Now, let's not get into the fact that Batman Beyond kind of does have that one thing that people don't like, and that only Bruce Wayne can be Batman. I kind of agree with that in a little bit. The idea of Batman is something that anyone could do, but Batman is Bruce's thing. And if Terry is just a genetic clone of him, then yeah, it's never really out of the bloodline. It's fine, because I don't want Damian Wayne to fucking take it. God, no, I don't want Damian Wayne to take it. Also, thank you, Wannabe, for the follow. Welcome in. If hyper autistic screaming is your pleasure, you might get annoyed with me sooner than later. Not a very good hero movie. Yeah, no, as always, I've said the Nolan movies are action movies with a coat of latex. That's what they are at the end of the day. They're action movies with a coat of latex. Are they good action movies? Yeah. Yeah, no, they're good action movies. But if anyone says Christopher Nolan's my Batman, I look at them and go, you've only ever interacted with Chris Nolan Batman. That's the only Batman you've ever interacted with, if that's your take on it. Fuck, go watch The Dark Knight Returns with Peter Weller. Go watch RoboCop voice Batman in those 2 animated bits. If you want a good Batman that's akin to that, go watch those 2. You'll find a better Batman. Still totally don't like The Dark Knight, and don't like what Frank Miller bastardized that character with by making him overly broody and super ultra violent, but it had a lasting impression on the masses. Which brings me back to Snyder's Batman and how Ben Affleck got a raw deal. He got a raw fucking deal. I still, to this day, think that Ben Affleck would have been a really good Bruce Wayne / Batman. Really good. They just picked the most moronic dude to direct all that, and he had to have his Christian overtones on Superman being a savior who can't save anybody. The first Tim Burton movie is good. The second is okay, but it kind of ruins the entire point of a live-action Batman, which is you gotta sell this shit to kids. Batman Returns is, while a great character story for all the characters in it, not something that you want to present to a live-action audience where all these movies are just to sell the idea of Batman and sell toys. Like how anime is made so people will seek out the manga, so they'll read the source material. Live action Batman stuff is so people will then search out the comics, hopefully, or any of the animated stuff, because I want animated superheroes. I don't give a shit about live action superheroes. It typically looks garbage by the end of the day. Now, I contradict my own point by saying I'm really happy Gunn makes these goofy as shit live action stuff. James Gunn, thank you. I will be saying this until you eventually fuck up, which is the expectation of all humans. Thank you for making a good Superman movie on par with Chris Reed's Superman. If you haven't seen the new Superman movie, do yourself a favor and watch Christopher Reed's Superman 1 and 2, and then watch that one. It's pretty neat. Some of them will be good, some of them will be bad. I don't like the idea of live action media in general. Because if you are to take what is supposed to be... Like, comic books are just modern age mythos. Comic books and, like, superheroes in general is the modern age equivalent to the myths of gods and legends of the ancient times. Shazam is a prime example of this motherfucker is magic. It's a 10-year-old kid who can turn himself into a full-grown adult that can beat Superman, because magic is a weakness of Superman. Does anyone want to see a 10-year-old kid act? No? But would it be cool if it was an animation? Yeah, because then you can do whatever you want. I'd rather animated products take fronts and center when it comes to any of these properties. It's like the only good adaptation that I've seen in all my days when it comes to stuff that's mainly animated is the One Piece Netflix one, but that's only because they heavily kneecapped the story and condensed it to make it easier to digest. Hi, Benny. Depends on the comic. Some are meant to be animated. When the comics are based on characters being actual human people, then they can be adapted into live action. Yeah, but most of the time, those aren't superheroes. We're just going to hyper-focus on superhero comics and how superheroes are basically the modern mythos of gods. There's not a single superhero I can think of that not could be the equivalent of a godlike figure.
Play some Nintendo, bone some chicks.
No, Muggy, it's not 2032 yet. But superheroes are mostly people. With godlike abilities that makes them gods. Zeus is kind of a guy, if you want to twist it that way. He's kind of a guy that turns himself into a horse and then fucks people. But at the end of the day, you equivalate Zeus to being a god because of the things he can do. How Superman, although being Clark Kent,
that is relatable.
Kinda can just take a 50 cal bullet to the chest and watch it bounce off. They are gods. Martian Manhunter, god, because he's a not human who can do extraordinary things like phase himself through walls. Wonder Woman, literal god made of clay, birthed by the gods. Any of the Green Lanterns, that is literal tech from beyond the stars to the level of Missos. God. Yeah, well, you're limited by what you can do with special effects, practical effects. Exactly, which is why they should be animated. No, we do not have the technology now. You are hyper limited to the live action level because your two options are a room that's nothing but green screens, where the live action people are very juxtapositioned towards the environment. Let's pull up the ending of fucking The Ten Rings. Alright, this is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings fight at the ending. You will watch two people who stood in a room that's nothing but green screen and fight. Everything around them is fake. They themselves stand out so poorly. This is the peak of we have the technology to make things look like everything's special effects. But look at how odd they stand out with everything else, because everything in this room is fake. The dust is fake. They themselves are the only real people. The only physical objects in this whole scene are just these two dudes. X-Rock, this is Marvel. This is the highest you can go. This is literally the highest, biggest budget you can go with this style of shit. Your other option is having CGI as an After Effect image, but you still have to make somebody rise up with wires. I'm using this scene to show the two different styles of trying to make superheroes in live action. You either have actors in a room that top to bottom is nothing but green. They're the only physical objects in the room, and everything else is computer generated after the fact. Or you take an actor, you harness them and make them float around the fucking room and limit what the actor has to do because they're a physical person being lifted up by cables. I'd rather all this shit just be animated. And it baffles me why people can't see that. Because an animated product can do anything. You're not limited to the physical capability of a person or the weird look of CGI when it comes to having to be the entire fucking foreground and background of a scene. You can just animate it all. And through animation, nothing seems out of place. But there is never ever going to be anything that looks really good live action. Now, this is just practical effects. This has nothing to do with superheroes, Frog. Boom! I still love how that's just how they end this movie, too. He just explodes, and then the rest of the movie is just, okay, well, and I love how the A and the G don't even line up right. Look at this, look at this, look at this. The A's up here, right? And then the G's all the way down here. The text on that's so off. But yeah, no. Like, the only example anyone can throw at me is the Keanu Reeves Constantine, and then I instantly throw that back at people going, that's not Constantine. That has nothing to do with the comic book Constantine. That is that's just like the Joker, only done well, where they took the name and slapped it on something completely different to pass it off. Where the Joker has nothing to do with DC, and they drop like 3 little bits of DC in it to justify, I use giant air quotes, to justify calling it a DC property. Constantine did the same thing where they're like, oh, he's John Constantine. He's not British. We're dealing with the Catholics. We're dealing with the Catholic God and the Catholic devil. None of that comes from the original Constantine, where he's dealing with literal demons and extra-dimensional bullshit. If we got a live-action Constantine, I expect it to look closer to Spawn. And does anyone want the Spawn live-action movie again? As a fan, I don't even want that. I don't even want that. Though I do want Michael Jai White to do anything. No, Frog. Even the thing Todd wants right now. Even the fucking thing that Todd wants right now isn't going to be that, because his Spawn script, it's more Twiggy. God, why can't I remember the other cop's name? But it's The two cops that the two cops in the universe, Sam and Twitch. Yeah, thank you. Sam and the new Spawn that he's been peddling around or trying to get created is Sam and Twitch focused, and Spawn is in the background. Spawn is 100% in the background. No, I meant the script. So this is why we praise Gunn again a little bit, because if we had seen BTS pictures of a lot of the practical stuff, like Superman lifting Lois in a kiss. Hi, Inari. Hi, Inari. My point being is, live action superhero stuff is always at some level going to visually look bad, because we're never going to get good practical effects for shit that should just be animated, based off of things that are in a fucking comic book. I'm never going to see a really good Martian Manhunter. I'm never going to see a really good Darkseid. I'm only going to see layers and layers of people behind a desk CGIing shit. And the way that all of this fundamentally works is that they're going to have to do that CGI for a fucking year or two. Meaning that they're going to hard focus. Like, the Marvel formula is they start working on the CGI before they film anything. And then they give the director, hey, this is what you're going to do. We already started doing it. The director's told these 3 scenes are important. Everything else around it, okay, whatever. But these 3 scenes are important because we need to take so much time and money to CGI everything. And then we get the Shang-Chi fight that I showed you, where everything in that room CGI. And it looks god-awful. And the people look so out of place. At least with Gunn Superman, they're limited on what was After Effects stuff, but I'm just gonna be honest. I just rather a big budget animated thing. Why the fuck can the Minions movies make so much money being animated, but no one thinks, maybe let's just commit to a fucking Batman or Superman movie. Let's just make a whole fucking Batman or Superman movie hand animated or digitally animated or fucking 3D animated. It doesn't matter. At least in that, you can do whatever you want and it won't look fucking weird. Thor Love and Thunder was worse because, okay, so how they do the bidding. So this is something that people also don't know. When it comes to a movie's going to be made, the company will then put out an offer, and any 3D company will bid and make an offer to how much that they will ask to be paid to make it. At no level does the company making the film explain what's needed. They just say, hey, we're making Guardians of the Galaxy. And then every like CGI animation company will go, we'll do it for 100K. We'll do it for 75K. We'll do it for 45K. And then eventually they'll go, okay, cheapest one wins. And then that company who made that bid gets told, okay, here's everything we need you to do. Half the time, everything that's requested is not within the wheelhouse of the people who are accepted. So you're asked, okay, you got a 3D model, but you also got to tween effects, and you got to do this and that and this and that and this and that. And then the company who accepted the offer went, oh fuck, we can realistically only do half of this at most. That's why you get shit like Thor and like Love and Thunder, because the company who took on that could not do all of the FX at all. And that's another problem with what's going on in this. It's that the studios don't want to pay enough money to actually invest in the product. This is why they all want AI to be popular. so they can stop paying people, and they can just type in, and then Superman punches the guy. And then the AI spits out the most soulless, shittiest fucking thing ever, and they go, people will eat this up. Superman punched that guy like we asked. Don't even pay attention to the fact that Superman has 7 fingers, and one of the fingers is growing out of his wrist. He punched that guy. Put it to print. Hi, Glail. No, I don't give a shit. I'm only playing the game. I don't give a shit about the people behind it that piss and moan. And I feel I'm better for that, not knowing. The fact that there isn't a dedicated company, like, I know they fucking have the money for it, but no, we want to be fucking stupid and cheap. Yeah, that's basically it. Like, all these companies just want to be ungodly cheap with how they actually fund any of these products. Which you would think at the end of the day, maybe investing into it would be a good idea. But then you forget how much money is blown on marketing and how much... Glail, again, I don't care. I don't even know what Silicon Knights is. I don't care. If you're talking about the guy who behind Eternal Darkness, I don't care. I'm playing Eternal Darkness the game. I'm not playing game commentary for it or anything like that. Also, right now, I'm hyper ranting on my hyper fixation of DC and how live action superhero movies should stop being made in the live action capacity. Just make them fucking animated. You know what? You know what's the best animated movie for superheroes? It's Batman: Mask of the Phantasm, which had an actual theatrical release. That shit's good. That shit's really good. At the end of the day, that's how all of these movies should be fucking made. Plain and simple. But no. We have the limitations of real human people that can't be put through insane fucking bits. Or characters that will never be shown properly on screen because they can only be made with CGI. You can't tell me that we can have a real live-action Thanos. You can't tell me we can have a real live-action Darkseid. We're never getting those. We're getting dudes with dots on their face. And then poor fuckers being underpaid to then put layers and layers of CGI on top. That's it. Just draw them. Fuck, just draw them. Batman's had a few well-done animated movies, Under the Red Hood and whatnot. Yeah, Under the Red Hood, also a good one. Which has an underappreciated performance of Bender playing Joker. John DiMaggio does a really good Joker, because he does that dry, raspy Joker, who's more dry humor, still quick-witted. He does a good job. He does a good job. Yeah. Also, everyone keeps forgetting that the best Penguin is still Tom Kenny. He does one of the best Penguins. Tom Kenny is, in my head, like, top tier Penguin. I'd rather see well-paid practical effects and makeup team do with Thanos. Never work, because Thanos is huge. Thanos is huge. You could not make him look like a relative guy, because he's like 8-9 feet tall. His head's like triple the size of anybody else's. You're not going to make that look real with any level of practical effects. Yeah, but Davy Jones was badass, so I don't really care all about that much about the limitations of CGI. Well, okay, Reshiram. Davy Jones looks badass because that was peak CGI with a character who's not supposed to be human. That's why you don't get that weird, you don't get that weird visual distortion when you see a humanoid character, where Davy Jones is a tentacle freak who happens to have eyes like a man, but everything else doesn't look like a man. Yeah, Davy Jones is the perfect example of how to make a CGI creature. But Darkseid is just a big dude. Thanos is just a big dude. They still look humanoid at the end of the day, even if one's gray and one's purple. And that never looks good. Either practical effect or CGI. Because it's still an 8-9 foot tall guy with the head triple the size of anyone else. I don't think you're doing that right. Any level. Anywho, I've been screaming for about 2 hours. I'm going to take a very short break. And then when I return, I'm going to hard shift to actually playing a video game for once. I know, shock. That's good. That's good. Let me put the asterisks of a video game that's good. Okay, so enjoy the crap that is
Play
the
some
BRB
Nintendo.
screen. I'll get there in a second. Shut the fuck up.
I'm coming for your sandwich! Sandwich!
This did not just happen.
Our fucking teacher said.
Hell fucking yeah!
I can't! I'm playing nut! But this portable nut! What? Yeah! It's a nut you can play with outside!
PSP. It's like a nut you can play with outside.
Our fucking teacher said.
この想いを消してしまうにはまだ人生長いでしょうやり残してることをやり直してみたいから夢の続き追いかけていたはずなのに曲がりくねった細い道一につまずくあの頃みたいにって戻りたいわけじゃないのなくしてきた空を探してる分かってくれますように犠牲になったような悲しい顔はやめてよ次の最後は涙じゃないよずっと苦しく背負ってくんだ出口見えない感情迷路に誰を待ってるの血の色音に綴ったようにもっと素直に吐き出したいよ何から逃れたいんだ現実ってやつかないために生きてるんだって叫びたくなるよ聞こえていますか無駄になんてやってられないから帰る場所もないの優しさにはいつも感謝してるだから強くなりたい懐かしくなるこんな痛みも歓迎じゃん
Now, tell us what you have here.
It's a gun.
It's a gun. Hi, I returned. Hello. You excited? Ugh. I'm playing Eternal Darkness now. Yippee! Did you hear a meow? I don't know.
No!
Well, too bad. I'm playing it anyway. Even the shitty Pirates movie had good CGI. I'd say Dead Man sucked, but I like Salazar's design. Salazar's design didn't look too bad, yeah. I never seen Pirates of the Caribbean after the third movie. Don't worry about it. Yeah, even when they went downhill, they were still visually fun. Yeah, because Disney understand what budget means. Jared Leto Tron thing. That Tron Ares is going to be so bad for so many goddamn reasons, but mainly, why the fuck would you put Tron in the real world? It makes no sense. Let's make another IP at that point. I don't care about superhero movies. They never interest me, but I still believe that those who love the genre get peak and then not trash because they deserve that. Fair. I just want more animated things. I'm sorry that I, current animated creature on your screen, wish for more animated products. That's kind of my thing. Animation in all its forms is always going to be superior to live action, because with animation you're not restricted to the boundaries of the real world. You can do whatever you want. Where with live action, you are still restricted at the end of the day by the boundaries of the human actors that you are putting on the screen. I can't see a cool Guy Gardner fly out into space, because I know at the end of the day, it's Nathan Fillion either on a harness or on a harness in a room that's nothing but green, and everything around him is CGI. Whereas if you just drew the motherfucker flying to space, there you go, he's just in space. And nothing looks really out of place, because it's all the same. Anywho, I'm done with that now. And by that I mean I'm basically putting a plug on that, only to scream about this later at a later date. It will happen. It will happen. Especially given the 2 final episodes of Peacemaker and the fact that they have huge ramifications of the remainder of the DCEU. God, I hope we can stop saying it too. I hate that long form fucking way. Now to boot up my totally real, totally legal Nintendo GameCube. Open, damn it. There we go.
Deep into that darkness,
Shut up.
I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting.
Where aren't you capturing? What? There we go. Would it be, actually, hold on, it might be easier to put it over here then.
You too will come to understand.
I will?
As I have.
There we go. There we go. Get your ass in the corner. There we go. Didn't they cancel Phase 6 of the Marvel thingy? No, they didn't cancel. All they did was just change a few things around. So with Marvel, their original plan was they were gonna have the Kang story play out in full and then move into Battleworld, and then at the end of Battleworld, that's when they were gonna introduce Doom. But then the actor allegedly did an assault, and the second that got brought to light and was going to go to trial, they just fucking wiped everything. And then they pushed forward to rehiring Robert Downey Jr. at an exorbitant amount of money because they stopped testing anything that they did, and they just thought everybody was going to watch it because it's a Marvel movie. And that's how we got slop like fuck, the past 5 years of Marvel movies have sucked, basically. They really should have just ended at Endgame and then just did a soft reboot a couple years later. Or even a hard reboot at that point. But yeah, superhero fatigue's not a real thing. They just stopped making good movies. Now, all that aside, I have a good video game to play. This is so nice in comparison to all the crap I've been playing, aka David Cage games. Uh-oh. There we go. Subtitles on, you piece of shit. Rumble feature off. Yippee! Well, they can't take a hiatus because money. David Cage won't be caught dead making a game a tenth this good. Oh no, no, Glail, you still have the wonder and joy that is Star Wars Eclipse on the horizon.
Flesh, bone, bound together with
Planning
the
a
other's
hard
magical
reboot after Doomsday from what I heard.
This wretched book
No, Reshiram, it's not a hard reboot. They've admitted that it's a soft reboot to correct a few things. They're not, they're just making Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man again. I will bet anyone $50 right now. They are just going to make Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man again. They're going to correct a few people who died, they're going to bring them back. And that's it.
Believe it or not, as you will. Your perception
I don't know why his last name is Cage. Inari, it's a fake name that he took. He's got an extremely French name for realsies. But then he's seen Nicolas Cage and he went, Nicolas Cage has got a good name. I'm going to take Nicolas Cage's name. Which is also just a stage name that Nicolas Cage uses.
Once again, near. Whether by fate or misfortune,
So it's all fake.
My family has crossed their path.
No, X-Rock. They totally... Okay. God damn it, I gotta do this all over again mid-game.
For she is the last of my line.
The dude who they claim is Dr. Doom is going to be fighting Iron Man. All this got leaked like a year ago. It's going to be Dr. Doom, Tony Stark, versus real Tony Stark from... Oh, I can't even pause? What? I don't... Huh, weird. Why don't I have a pause button? No, I don't remember you. I don't think that was real at all. Because, Nito, most of the actors weren't on set with one another.
Hello?
They all got filmed separately, and they're all, like, the script's not done yet. They already told all the actors they might have to come back to do reshoots, which is standard, but the script's not even done yet.
I'll be on the next flight out.
No, I'm very confident that they're going to bring back the Iron Man. Like, his death is completely irrelevant. And they'll just say, it's comic books, who cares? Characters die all the time and come back.
Yes, I suppose so, considering.
Yes, my condolences. This is most unpleasant.
Like, the only reason they brought Tony Stark back, or the only reason they brought Robert Downey Jr. back, is so people go, oh boy, Robert Downey Jr.'s in a fucking Marvel movie again. I'll go watch it because I like Robert Downey Jr. Marvel movies were never good because they were all built on just throwing shit at a wall. Every Marvel movie that has ever been made was made via luck. They never had completed scripts. They were always just filming things off vibes. And then, oh my god, that is Edward.
Yes, it's him. He's wearing our family ring.
Sips his coffee.
I don't understand. Why are you showing me this? Can't you check dental records or something? What is wrong?
Nah, it's funnier this way.
I'm sorry.
It's my first
job,
night.
Lady, you're the only living relative, and no, we can't check dental records.
His head's blown off.
None of this makes sense. There's no sign of intrusion, and there was certainly a lot of force used here. I have never seen anything
Like a lot of force. His guts are hanging from the ceiling right now. You see that? Look it up
no
there.
evidence except for the body, and what's left doesn't say much. Ugh, we don't have a single clue.
Well, you better find out who did this. I'm not leaving Rhode Island until you do. There must be some clue in this old mansion revealing what happened. I want answers.
So do I. I wish I had some.
2 weeks later. Okay, thank God. I can take a second. All right, so it was leaked a long time ago already that the basic plot of this movie is going to be that Doom is just going to show up and just say, "Hi, I'm Iron Man." And he's going to rally everyone together and they're going to go fight the X-Men. And the first movie is going to be like the Avengers versus the X-Men. Then the next movie leading in is going to be Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man versus Doctor Doom. They are retconning all the deaths that happened so they can pull back those characters. Don't think about Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy is never showing up again. Don't even think about those characters. Those characters are never coming back. But Black Widow's coming back, probably, if they can get Scarlett Johansson to... Well, they got enough money. They'll definitely get her back. But yeah, they're going to make Iron Man again. And it's going to be the same guy. Because they know that the entire MCU was built on the back of Robert Downey Jr. And the second that Endgame ended and he was no longer a part of the product, every movie past that continuously failed to make money. There was 5 years of Marvel movies without Robert Downey Jr. and all of them didn't really make a lot of money. They either just made it or they were starting to, just start to get close to covering budgets. So they are bringing him back. Oh no, Glail, it's making money. It's making money because everyone's gonna go, oh boy, Robert Downey Jr.'s back. The same fucking reason that people went and seen the third Spider-Man movie, because they went, oh boy, Tobey Maguire's in it. It's nostalgic fucking casting. Ryan Reynolds is a piece of shit, and I hope he stops getting acting. Yeah. So, fun fact about the Wolverine and Deadpool movie is that scene where he's sitting across from Happy Hogan, the original scene was going to be him sitting across Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man. That was going to be the bit, because the joke right before that is Deadpool saying, I can't believe I desecrated the corpse of Logan. And then the next scene was going to be him desecrating the corpse of Iron Man by having Robert Downey Jr. be in that scene to do a joke, no, you're not joining the Avengers. That was the meta joke between those two scenes. But when they pitched the idea to RDJ, that's when he got the call of, hey, you're going to be Doctor Doom. We need you to show up. So they couldn't do that joke. because that would further confuse the audience when he shows up as Doom later. Disney knows that the only way they're making money is if they have him in movies. And Disney also knows it's going to be really confusing if they just take Robert Downey Jr. and put him in any other role. So he's going to either be Doom with gigantic finger quotes. Like, my bet is still that the Doom that is portrayed will only be Robert Downey Jr. for like 2 movies. And then it'll turn out that it's a different guy completely when the real Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man shows up to fight him. But at the end of the day, all of the MCU was built on his back. And this is very clear because when he's been gone, it makes no money. They'll put him back into a role, and then they'll hope that they make money. And the fucking masses of people who only watch Marvel movies and don't consume any other Marvel product will go, oh boy, my favorite actor Iron Man's back. I'll go watch this movie now. Like, it's wild how fucking predictable this is. But that's how it's going to be. You're going to get another 10 years of Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man. Instead of the most logical thing that this company could do, and is take a 2 to 4 year break. Stop making anything Marvel related live action, and then recast every single person with some no-name fucking actor that you don't need to pay $50 million a movie for. And then you can probably have an organically built world. Nothing. We literally just started. But hi, Kyle. Welcome in. But yeah, that's it. Like, all you need to do is just put it on a shelf for a little bit and then take it down with some fresh blood. The MCU had 20 fucking years almost. The MCU is almost 20 fucking years old. We can put it to rest now. We don't need the same actors for this long. It's fucking insane that it's been this long. Just rehash it. Rehash it with fresh blood, and it'll be fine. Well, I said MCU about 4 times in the past 2 sentences, so hopefully that's enough context clues. But now, the fun game that gave people some actual trauma back in the day when it would cause their CRTs to flicker. Shocked by her grandfather's mysterious death and frustrated at the incompetence of the local police, shocker to no one, Alex vows to uncover the truth. She decides to search the mansion, the place where... Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, I have to scroll? I have to scroll with the fucking stick? That's the weirdest. I've never seen this in a game. The place where Edward conducted his research. If there was a tie to his past, and possibly a tie to his murder, it would be here. Hi, Alphatraz. Welcome in. I've seen people back in the day when this game first came out play it. I've watched people do Let's Plays on it, and I've watched people stream it. This is the first time I've touched it. A beautiful carriage clock. The hands appear to be stuck, yet the clock continues to tick, with the time permanently set to 3:33. There is a key in the back of the clock, presumably for winding it. Should you, Alex, look at the key? Yes. Oh my god! Alex picks up the desk clock and pulls the key from it. However, shut the fuck up! However, there is something odd about the key. It isn't for winding it at all. It looks like a dresser key. Ugh. I'm doing good. I'm not playing a fucking game that is David Cage. That's halfway to Devil number. 333 is the son of the beast. Also known as the witching hour. Bridge. Stove. Crow. Ooh, lens flare. Sword. Probably needs a secondary sword. A wooden plaque is fastened to the door, taking the place of the lock. A colored sigil is carved into the wood above the wide slot. Wide slot. The slot is just wide enough to insert a narrow blade. Okay, I'll come back here when I have a sword. Oh, I have a run button. Sick. It stands for many things, but typically the witching hour is associated to 3:33 in the morning, which is also the son of the devil. Portraits of the ancestral Rovias line of the foyer walls. Their faces reveal the dark, brooding edge. There is something about each one that gives the viewer an unsettling feeling. That's probably progress. Wait a minute, I think I remember this game. Was this Nagi's Paragon bit based on? Yeah. In the warm glow of candlelight, the Rovas family tree hangs from the wall as shadows flitter across its surface, obscuring the detail. If one looks closely, the family's secrets are revealed. But we don't get to reveal any of those right now. We've got a video game to play. That's a door. Ooh, that could be a door. That's actually further back. Oh. Don't get to check out that. This looming grandfather clock seems to stand ominously in the corner, gazing on its empty room with an almost particular patriarchal air. Use this or this to adjust the clock hands. Yes. There we go. Yippee! I figured out the puzzle. I figured out the puzzle. Ha 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 ha. Satan's blade. Alright, well, first off, gimme. An ancient Roman weapon, a gladius, is on display above the fireplace mantel. Another token of an electric junk. Eclectic junk. My favorite junk. A large leather-bound antique book rests upon the cluttered desk. Yes, we're gonna read it. Plot. Hey, look, the end boss.
I had no knowledge of what was to come, nor did I care. How the knowledge changed me, it will also change you. As you read this, you will come to learn fear as I have.
It's spooky.
You will come to understand, or you will perish.
You will fucking die if you don't understand how just god-awful insane this is.
Once I could not see beyond the veil of our reality. To see those who dwell behind. My life now has purpose, for I have learned
Chosen one!
flesh and bone. I was once a fool.
Alright, so the fun thing about this game is we play multiple characters, but they're all locked within their own timeline.
Iris quies candamest, viris conservandi, facusatis aquae sumat, et animus eorum conferma, pugna huis dia sit modo prima multarum, si inceptum conficiamus.
Quam primum, Centurio Augustus. I would like to compliment you once more on your battle tactics. Our enemies did not have a chance.
Strange! Still strange take that they have them speaking
I do not doubt
at the beginning, their actual dialect, and then like halfway through a sentence cut into English.
Retrieve the artifact, and we must be strong and patient.
And he just, okay, I'll just come over here then. Augustus gloop, gloop, gloop. Hi Pillow, welcome in. Eternal Darkness. Sanity's Requiem for the GameCube. Correct. Omicron's happening later in the month. I was not gonna play 3 David Cage games back to back to back. That's fucking lunacy. I would rather wrap my lips around the barrel of a Desert Eagle. The dais on the floor is finely crafted, inlaid with gold and gems that Pius can't identify. A strong linear design is situated in the middle, and is equally unknown to the Roman soldier. Okay, what's my swing button? Okay. Let me out of the room! All right, now it's all coming flooding back to me. All right, down the hole we go. A ladder leads to the dank heart of the labyrinth. Danger lurks beneath, yet Pius, courageous resolve, does not buckle. Climb down the ladder. Dead guy! No head. Dead guy with a tablet. Oh shit, that guy got up. Pius not being one to be phased by the dead, which, you know, would typically throw off anybody. Also, I like that that's the first jump scare, is when this fire crackles. That's technically the first jump scare in this game. Whoa. Health meter! This meter represents life energy. Every time a character takes damage, the level will get lower. When it reaches 0, the character will fucking die. Use. This function allows the manipulation of inventory items within its current room. Equipped. This function allows the current character to ready a weapon and check. This function allows the examination of objects within the inventory. Pressing the L button or the R button allows switching back and forth between these selections within the interaction. The gladius, a standard weapon of the Roman army. A short double-edged sword with a sharp triangular point, the gladius was designed primarily for hacking and chopping at the enemy, but could be used to pierce as well. Your head gone, idiot. Oh, right, you just stand there and Finish him! And that, thankfully, is how you know the enemy's actually defeated, when they just disappear like that. Alright. Let's see. Oh, right, they can attack each other. Very small finish him window. There we go. Alright, so this is my aim button, and then this button allows me to cycle through targetable objects. A strange granite block lies on the floor. Pick it up. I own block. Yo, what's up? Come over here, come over here. Shit. Slow ass animations. Second granite block. Yeah, like most survival horror games, me fighting everything's probably not the best way to go, and I can just kite them and then leave. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Because getting cornered is the worst thing that will happen to me. Yippee! Haha, idiots. Now to remember, is it left or right? Well, that makes all the difference to me. Eh? Ooh. I don't like how wet me walking sounds. Oh, that's why. Idiot. And then we just slowly take out everybody in the room. This wall is prominently decorated with a strange line symbol carved into the granite. Cut into the wall is a square hole lined with scratches, as though it has been removed. Oh, really? I can't just put it in ahead of time? Okay, fine. There we go. Gimme. I love my granite block. The old school way of actually having to interact with your inventory. And not just a simple walk up to it. Do you have the item in your person? Yeah? Okay, it goes in there. Yippee! I put all the weird blocks in all of their spots. Surely this won't lead to anything bad. Quick check of the room in case I missed anything. No. Now we have to keep our ears focused in case anything just happens to walk through without me noticing. Pius, you must prove your worth by destroying the statue. Press R. We'll engage Pius. We select which target to attack. Release R slightly and then press it again to cycle between multiple targets. Pius can attack specific body parts when locked on to an enemy by moving the stick and pressing A. Attack the head and attack the arms. Yep. Good job. You totally destroyed your sword by blunting it against that statue multiple times. Stab. Stab. And stab. Ha, survival horror my ass. A button attached to a small pylon seemingly illuminates the room. A bizarre energy seems to radiate from it. Should I press it? Yeah. I don't know what you do, but oh fuck. But the door is closed and now I'm trapped. Alright, no other funny button to hit. Ooh, warp gate! Kami Dogu? You guys are only supposed to be in Mortal Kombat. A strange sculpture resembling a red claw worm. A red-clawed worm mysteriously floats above him. Should I claim this artifact? No. Shaped like a delicate dome, a pale blue statuette floats gracefully above the pedestal. No. A effigy resembling a warped angel shaped from dark green emerald hovers effortlessly above the pedestal. Should I claim it? No. Alright. Loo loo loo, loo loo loo. Okay, got it. I only had to read 2 sentences to know what I want. I want the effigy of insanity. Yippee green! Power sleeps within you. Ass fucking station. Huh? Whoa, he's already in the position. Off break, buddy.
Eons have passed since then, and I have learned much. I was once as naive as a child, but now my mind is sharp. With the power of Xelatoth, I can now read the thoughts of others and make them raving.
What are you looking at, smooth skin?
Face me, and you shall surely perish.
Oh boy, I have acquired the Tome of Eternal Darkness. What a catchy name. Alright, well. Whoa. Every event study is filled with arcane knickknacks, mementos of yesteryear, and other cultures. The odor of ancient texts is faintly noticeable under the peppering of dust that covers every surface except one. The desk had been the center of activity, and not a mote of dust is on it. Here, Alex's grandfather had worked perhaps even hours before the end. Strangely, with the ancient tome, why is that? What? Annoying ass fucking. Yeah, there it is. Is it crusty for anybody else? Ew. Hold on, I need an audio test. Ooh. Pausing that. I wonder. Ooh. Hold on. Ankle keys. Wait, what the fuck? Why isn't that working? What about more shoe?
Come, rope.
Whoa! Yeah, it's just my audio. Let's try that again. That's better. That's much better. Yes, I will take the chapter page of the Eternal Darkness. Binding of the Corpse God. Now, I have a key. Painting of a jungle-shrouded building. It seems to be a temple in Asia, perhaps from Thailand or Cambodia. This bizarre drawing of a Cyclopean city, its immense architecture bathed in an unnatural fog. The detail is incredible as Alex studies it. She can almost imagine the city's inhabitants. End stage. Concept art for the end stage. Now, where the fuck does the key go? Small shrine of candles. Their placement appears to be very deliberate, matching the etchings on the table and the walls' illustrations. The candles are unlit. This looks like some kind of mask. The face is serene in composure, with a faint hint of a smile tugging at the corners of the mouth and eyes closed in deep meditation. Well, let's assume that the key goes to somewhere else. I was gonna say, there's nothing else in these next few rooms, is there? No, no. Oh, a door. Oh, this is how I got in there. And then, so we'll go this way. Here we go. A globe, cradled in a wooden frame. Its glossy surface is painted in the likeness of an ancient map. A lens is situated on the northern hemisphere, above a label that reads, "There be dragons here." Be dragging my nutsack along the ground. The brass-framed mirror is set into the wall. The mirror's direction can be adjusted by means of two crankshafts set below. A curious device. Is it related to the telescope in some way? Hint, hint. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, well, I need this thing to kick on first before I can do anything else with it. Ah! What's happening? Why is my audio? How now, brown cow? There we go. Obviously an antique, the telescope stands testament to Edward's eclectic taste. Its lens eye stares emptily into the ceiling, awaiting for future use. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh no, the slowdown's immense. I might have a this. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Yeah, there it goes again. Okay, hold on. Die. Die. What do you mean this reset? Oh, I see now. Oh no, my totally real GameCube has been updated, and all the settings I had to make this work right are now gone. Fuck me running up a hill. Okay, well. Unfortunately, this does mean that I can't continue playing because it took me about 20 minutes the last time I set this up to get it all right. It's annoying. And I don't feel fucked to re-correct everything. So first off, noting this. Reset all of the Audio. For video. And audio. I love that. I love that. With that in mind, I don't think I have anything else I can do now. I could sit here and watch Slop with you guys, but I feel like that detracts from the original idea of this stream. Or I can take time to fix it and then just do an extra long stream tomorrow. 3 hours though? Just 3 hours? Eh. 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 I want to reset. Oh, my mic's even gone crunchy again? I'm crunchy? Oh. Ow now, brown cow. Ow now, brown cow. Okay. I'm not crunchy? At least by the sounds of it on my side. What about you guys? Sound crunchy? Alright, well I'm gonna chalk this up to technical issue. We good? Okay. I'm gonna chalk this up to technical issue. Now I'm actually concerned, because like that shouldn't give any feedback issue. Herm. Weird funny technical difficulties. Weird funny technical difficulties. Alright. You know what? Let's just pick this back up tomorrow, because if that's happening, now I have to look into things. I fucking hate. I totally blame the real GameCube, but that shouldn't happen. Exactly. And now if my mic's getting crunchy, that means I gotta rip shit apart. The absolute joy of trying to, in this day and age, just make things work and function. Who's where? The curse tech issues, yes. I don't want to sit here and try to figure this out for the next half an hour. I feel like that's not fun, because that deflates me. So, I'll just start early tomorrow. Probably, unless I get busy with something. And then we'll just do the whole fucking game in like maybe a sitting. No, it's like 13 hours to beat it. And this will definitely be at least 3 streams. The first stream doesn't count. All we did was just pick up a weapon. Basically. A weapon and a book. So, I'll come back tomorrow. I'm sorry. I know, short stream. 3 hours. That's like typically somebody's like full stream. With audio, sometimes that shit just random, and reboot will fix it, and you won't see it again for months. Not with my setup. I have 2 different things running in the background. If that happens, that means I have to reset stuff. If my mic gets crunchy, that means physically something's wrong, or I have to literally set up 2 different audio programs again, and that took me like fucking an hour last time. So hopefully it's not that, and it's just an issue with programs conflicting. Anywho, who's online? When was the last time I rated you? But everyone's playing new huge game, and I don't want to deal with that. Good stream anyway, for what little we had tonight. If it didn't crunch out as many times as it did, I'd just put the game down for a minute and then I'd switch to something else. But since my mic started crunching, yeah, I'm gonna spend the next hour sitting at my desk, pulling my hair out, going, "What do you mean?" So I'd rather not have you guys have to sit through that. So apologies. Here, we're gonna go say hi to Mint. Mint's playing. Mint's just looking at PC gaming. Yeah, old computer gaming magazines. say hi, Smile? But streamer, we could give you the wrong solutions and derail your efforts instead of helping. Yeah, no, I'm good. No, I'm fucking good on that one. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with all this fixed, and then I'll do an actual good full stream, as opposed to the short hour of gameplay. I'll have good time with Mint. If I can get it up and running in a quicker time, then I'll definitely maybe come back. But probably not. God, no, I know better than to try to mislead the streamer with tech issues. Fuck, that's not something you should do. Listen, a lot of people do it, and that's why I never like to do tech-related things on stream. I just quietly do it myself while I scream at things to work right. Thank you all for attending stream for as long as you did. Back tomorrow with actual gameplay. Thank God I have all month to play spooky games. And then soon, maybe a Silent Hill. Anything I can do to push back playing Omicron, I will. That's terrible. Streamer, why would you make that the raid message? Funny. Funny. That's your raid message. I will explain to Mint if I bother to that totally legal GameCube died. You all have a good time with Mint Casteller, funny dog on the internet. If you care, join the Discord. Maybe in a couple hours when I'm done beating the shit out of the PC, I'll watch like a movie or something. Or I might just go to bed early. I have been feeling incredibly tired the past couple days, so I might just bitch out and do that. Otherwise, YouTube, VODs go there. And shit posts go on either of those accounts. Okay, you all have a lovely time. Thank you again for hanging out. I know it was short, and I'm sorry ahead of time. I will put myself through endurance stream soon, so that'll make it up to the 5 of you that care. All right, anywho, I love you all, and I get the fuck out of my face. I'm gonna go cry in my own hands as I try to put all this back together. Okay, I love you now. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. What the fuck? I can't find goatsy hands on my emotes. Right? Left. Right? Left. They're right there. They're right there. Okay, goodbye, 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 goodbye. Have a good time. Okay, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Okay, goodbye. I mean, they aren't in my menu. Just use colon. No, Glail, just use the colon button and then just type right. I haven't used the menu for this in so long. Once I know the name of the emote, I just do colon and then start typing the emote and then it auto pops. The beauty of shortcuts with text. Okay, goodbye, 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 goodbye.
You're